I'm going to just take out these very large feathers. The wing ones are too large for the machine. I'm just going to yank those off so it doesn't clog up the machine when we put it in there. The tail. And you'll find out later, we'll have you guys try it. It's like a quick pull and yank. You can do one or two at a time.
Some of them pop out great, others, I swear, you just go, that thing is not coming out. I do not, like, I
so come
barely can
closer
blink
here.
my eyes.
Go to the next step.
Every day I do so much, but I have people that come, which we do the heritage, not these, and they collect those. But no, well, we throw them in the bag. Yeah, it's awesome compost.
Pretty much all the feathers off the bird.
Sorry, I'm like, I'm not trying to go through your space. I'm just trying to get the right angles.
Make sure you don't break a leg, honey. These are bog turkeys. They do so rough in this, guys. The bigger turkeys. Oh, it can break a leg, and trust me, no one wants their Thanksgiving turkey with the leg behind their face.
We'll take here, and we'll just hand pluck the rest of it. And it's kind of like grabbing and pulling against the grain.
Yeah, because we don't want to rip skin, remember, guys? We're trying to be gentle, but we are trying to get the stuff out.
So here's a thing to note when you're doing this too, is if the water's too hot, you'll see the skin will peel. So that'll tell you that.
Don't pre-cook your bird, guys.
And then if the water's not hot enough, a lot of the feathers won't come off. So again, the sweet spot is, like I said, about 155, about 10 seconds or so. We use these little pliers here because these guys are super hard to pull out.
Yeah, they're in there. And you want to you want your bird to look beautiful. But now, here's another thing. You don't get all the feathers. You're in a rush. You got some pin feathers left in it. And you're, let's say, freezing the bird because you're doing it for Christmas. Don't worry about all those little pin feathers because the minute you freeze it and pull it back out, the feathers release. These are fresh birds, so we have to pull all the feathers out. But again, freezing them, I found it's just a remarkable thing how they just release on their own.
Now, how long do you freeze a turkey for?
Well, we're going to show you how we put them in shrink bags, and you got 1 year to eat that bird.
No, but like, should you freeze it before you eat it?
Oh, okay, so I never freeze first. Now, okay, all of these birds will go in the refrigerator. That's why I have so many refrigerators. Now, you want to get a good 3 to 5 days of rest time on your meat in the refrigerator. Now, if let's say you cannot, you have to freeze it. You don't have fridge space. Freeze it, take it out 3 to 5 days before you're going to cook it and make it rest. The body needs to go through rigor mortis. I can't wait to see this. Oh, it's a bend in the neck. Yeah, look at that. Can you believe that? Broken neck, and he's like, I'm ready to go.
How long you had him for, you said?
What was that?
How long you had him for?
Oh, I got all of these early in the year. I had 20 of them. Probably 5 of them just died. I don't even know what, as babies, where you're like, you look good. They looked super healthy. Put them out in the yard. They were only out in the yard for a month, and all of a sudden, the legs started going on all of them. That was the big one, was the buckling of the knees, where they're all like, and you're just like, this is not good. He looks great, honey. He looks great. Okay, guys, so let's move to the next step.
They're all going to go over there, so I'll find a spot you can see.
Sorry. So she takes the head off, so I'm like.
Whatever you need. We've done this enough times. We now know we keep pans, sharp knives, the sharpeners in the garage. Be prepared when you guys do this. Don't be fooled that because you're cutting through skin, it's going to be like, oh, it just cuts through butter. Your knife will go so dull, so fast, it'll blow your mind. You're like, so that's why we have tons of utensils. We keep on all Thanksgiving birds, everybody. We keep all organs. We keep it on every bird. And on these, we will be putting them back in the bird just as if you were to buy it. So,
It's easier for me to see over here.
I know, you can stay right there, honey. Okay, first things first. I actually start with feet, guys. This is super simple. All you're gonna do is buckle the knee. I hold it tight. I'm right in the middle. Here's your kneecap, you can visibly see. Right in the middle of that knee. You're gonna start seeing the joint. Open up.
That's a bone snap.
That's a snapping bone. Don't do that while you're alive. So, these big guys, they got good ligaments in here. You'll see big, thick ones like that. So they take a little more getting through. If it is not cutting through, if you're not cutting through, you're on bone. Don't force it. Some of these, look at how thick that is a tendon, guys, right there. That's not bone, see that? But that is tough to cut through.
Whoa.
So, let's get this guy. Number 2, same thing, everybody. Right across the center of the kneecap. There it is. I'm not even pushing hard because you shouldn't have to push hard. If you're pushing hard, again, you're not in the joint. Try scooting over a smidge. You know, if you're up here, you're like, it's not working, come down a little. It's okay. But cut it right. Don't try to cut through bone and end up with your cutting yourself because you're pushing hard, and it's not like that. We're trying to take our time. We got feet done. Next, I always go to the head. Turn this beauty around. My handsome fella that had a broken neck. Oh, God bless you. This poor guy. I just can't even believe I've never seen in all the birds I've raised that occur. Okay, so I actually, on the neck, right where we've already cut, we're going to remove the head, okay? Again, watch your fingers, folks. Knives are sharp, okay? And you can very easily hurt yourself. I had in a video someone say, if you're doing it correctly, you don't need these. Well, I'm not doing it correct, okay? I'm going to do it incorrect and cut the head off because it's super simple. It's hard to find the joint in the neck. You guys will be sitting there all day going, where in the heck? Cut it off, okay? Just cut the darn thing off. Oh, that was easy, huh?
She cuts the feet off and then the bones snap.
Okay. Yeah, they snap, huh? I know, it's kind of crazy. So we keep it all. We keep heads, we keep feet, we keep organs, we keep it all, guys. Okay, let's finish right here on the neck. So we've removed the head. We have to now get this neck out of here, okay? So what we do is first things first. We're gonna go for the gizzard. I mean the crop, guys, sorry. Not gizzard, crop. I pinched. Do you see how I'm kind of doing this? So it's a bag under the chest right there. And you guys have all seen when they're eating, filling up full of food, and it looks like they're gonna burst from their chest. That is, as I call it, a holding tank. It is not their stomach. We have to remove that though, that holding tank, because you won't see the breast if you don't. I do a thin cut, guys. You can see I'm in under the skin. This is all fat. Go ahead and look around, guys, if you can't see. Feel free to move around. This is fat right here. You see the balloon bag starting to pop out? So as I start opening, guys, with my fingertips, I'm kind of gnawing at it with my fingertips because it's like a sticker.
Can you give me my ghost?
You see this? It's like a sticker the way God has perfectly designed it to fit in her, or his, sorry buddy, in his breasts. So as I tug on it, you're gonna see, all of you that, can you see too?
I can move if
Oh, you're fine, you're fine. And anybody that needs to see more, feel free to move up, you know,
I'm short,
don't
so
hide.
just look over me.
So, it's not the heart, we're not in the body yet. This is just a holding tank. It's a bag that I am pulling out of the bird. This is where when he eats, this, see, he didn't eat this morning, did he? We try not to feed them before butchering also, folks, because there's lots of poop and it's gross. So, there we go, look at that. Got the crop, boom. We're gonna slice it off down in here, okay? Get rid of the crop, don't need it. That's the one thing we do throw out. Oh, honey, can you give me a trash can? I didn't bring one. Oh, there is, thank you. Yeah, it's air. It's air, and it's very sticky, guys. So it's very sticky. So sometimes when it's empty like this, you'll get frustrated because you'll go to grab it and you can't get a hold of it. I used to, when I first began, would actually let them eat so there was something to see to grab. So if you do feel that when you're butchering, oh gosh, you did it and couldn't, let them eat a little bit of hard barley in there. You're gonna see the crop and be able to get a hold of it. I've just done a million of them, so I know how to snatch her out now. But that's it, it's pretty remarkable. Everything is remarkable about these animals. Okay, so there's our breasts. Next, the neck, guys. So, the same hole I cut into, now, what I didn't say was I want the cuts down low, guys. Don't cut up here. Nobody wants their turkey missing their skin. Everybody, we love skin. That's what we hide the stuffing in. There's a big flap. So we keep the skin on the necks. I never said that before, but I had people help butcher, and I noticed they skinned every neck, and it was not a happy thing from the customers. Skin's important. We don't remove it. Don't remove it. So I'm going to slice down here, guys, to get a little of the skin just away from the neck. Okay. Now, scooch him back a little. I'm going to come down behind this neck, and his neck's a little different because it did have a kink in it. It was broken. I don't even know what to call it, a kink. Okay, this is the esophagus, guys. So no big deal. We cut that loose. Now there's our neck. See it in there? Now, I don't want to cut the neck right here, guys. You can. If you're doing your own, don't do it to mine. We want to cut that neck deep down in there because when we put these in the bags, if you leave too much neck, it'll puncture through all the bags. You are not sealing anything for a year anymore. So we don't want raw, sharp bones sitting on plastic. Okay, so this big old neck like this, guys, what I do is I come in with the knife, I cut through the meat. Now remember, that's bone, okay? That is bone, but I'm cutting through the meat so I can get a hold of that neck with shears. Try to go around the back side too.
So bloody.
They're not all bloody. Some are more bloody than others. Remember, guy, this guy had a kink in his neck. The excess blood, I can assure you, is probably due to that. Most of them, you won't see much blood. That's why we drain them. But this guy was very unusual, much different circumstance. Okay, again, you can spend all day finding the joint, like the pros, or like me, you can cut to the chase and just cut it. So this is a tough one, but you can see I get in there. Now, you're not usually going to get the whole thing in one clip. I'll cut half of it. See, that was half. Now I'm going to get the rest. Don't make yourself do one big cut and find out you cut half the breast off because you were in there trying to be a pro. Take your time, okay? All right, there we go. Neck's off. There's our big, beautiful neck. The funny thing is whoever gets this in their Thanksgiving meal is going to go, must have happened in the plucker. So, pull the esophagus out. Nobody wants to eat that. That is another non-edible thing. Your dogs will eat it, but I don't eat it. The neck, definitely keep. Boom, put the neck in there. And what we do is we're separating all the organs, guys, into bowls. At the end, we take those organs, trying to make some rain. We take those organs, we put them in bags and put them right back in the body. So, let's move on. Neck is done. You can see, starting to look like a regular turkey, isn't it?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm going to actually move him over here and give a little wipe. I don't like excess blood, so I am big on, and guys, you're going to get wet, yucky. We just push it all to the ground. Everything's already been cleansed. We use vinegar, folks. We do not use any cleaning aids or anything. Vinegar in all the buckets. When the birds are completely done, they soak in basically it's like 4 cups of vinegar is all. And the vinegar is beautiful for doing exactly what it should do. If you are afraid of bacteria, which the reality is, that's not going to be a problem. You're raising your own meat. So, I'll get rid of those, huh, guys? We don't want that. The fun part, doing the butt, guys. There's the butt. Now remember, it's not like your butt because this bird potties, makes babies, organs, everything is in one spot. It's called a vent. Okay?
Gross.
Not a butt. I call it the butt because people can relate and think it is. But remember, he goes pee-pee through this too. So it's a little bit of it all. Yep, they do it all. He's doing a little poopy right now. That's very common. You're going to see lots of poop. Don't be scared. Yep. So his body knows he's passed. He's releasing gas. That's what starts to occur seconds after death. So again, when we cut, don't cut high. We're cutting low at the butt. You see the butt bones here? Okay? Yeah, come on around, guys, so you can see. I'll turn my back this way. See the butt bones here sticking out? I come right in, again like I did on the crop. Gently cut, just till you see in. Oh, look at that. There we are. Doesn't take much cutting. I use my fingers to open up the rest. Okay, just so I can get a hand in, okay? Now, first things first, don't forget this part, guys, or you'll be grossed out. Cut the butt flap down, okay? don't go any further in. At this point, with these little bones right here, and I'll try to get over here, we do this. We're slicing just the tip. You go in too deep, you're gonna cut the pooper. All the organs are gonna release yuck. And it does happen. Don't worry, your meat's not ruined, it's just gross. Okay, so we gently cut down. And the reason I do this is I make a poop flap so that all that poop you're looking at, look, now it's not interfering with me. The poop flap is down. He's gonna dribble it there. It's no longer gonna be facing the meat.
Hey, Mom, look at the intestines.
That's right. So guys, now here's what we're gonna do. We come in with our fingers. Your body and their bodies are designed identically. We are perfectly made to hold those organs so beautifully in there with fat, usually like a caul fat, which is amazing how it just, this is what I'm doing right now. I'm using my hand like a rake. I'm coming right up the top. You want to feel that, don't just dive into the organs. We're going around the edges like a rake to release it all. So I start at the top, I move my hand back in, all the way up to the top of that neck, pulling away everything stringy that feels attached, and you'll know when you get in there what that feels like. I'm using my fingers now as I come down to the back. The lungs are actually embedded in the ribs. The lungs don't just sit floating around in their body cavity like you. They're much different. What they do is they're designed so beautifully that you've got all these ribs and they sit embedded in there. So you use your fingers like a rake. You'll feel the ribs. Go in between the ribs. If it feels stringy and connected, pull it. Disconnect it. Once you feel that you're like, okay, I feel my fingers, I feel it all pretty free. The very top is the heart and the lungs. I'm gonna try and get it all in one piece for you guys, which doesn't always happen, but we're gonna try. I feel the heart, okay. Ew. Got a lung. I'm gonna try and get it in one piece, we'll see. Not always easy. He should have some testicles in here too.
Testicles.
Okay, I'm gonna back him up, here we go.
Whoa, the heart.
I got it all in one piece. Okay, now here's the cool part.
I even see the liver. Yeah, you see that?
So,
It's like purple.
it's very cool. Hold on, let me show you.
The heart is all red.
Now, all this that's attached, I'm gently just gonna scrape along, okay? Because we wanna get it all done, get it out of there, remove the poop chute, remember? Or the vent.
Gross.
There.
Poop's on that.
Yeah, it is. Poop's on all your food, you don't realize. You can't not have poop on your food. When you're eating that meat from the store, you think this was a lot of poop? Oh, girlfriend. You don't want to know how much poop was on that meat. So, yes, you will see poop gets on your meat. It sure does. That's why we use vinegar. Plus, these birds were raised in such an incredible way, I don't ever worry about it. So, let me show you guys what's very cool here. I'll line it up so you can all see how your body and others are all designed, even though you don't have a crop and a gizzard. What is very cool. It is very cool to see. Okay, I think, there we go. There's the lungs. Now here's the sad part. This guy's testicles are the saddest thing I've ever seen in my life, guys. Okay, so you're welcome to come look at this. Now, what we have here, we have the heart, the lungs, the liver. They don't really have a kidney like us. This is just basically, we could call it kind of a kidney. The gizzard, guys, this is the stomach, which someone in a video one time said, you don't know what you're talking about. Okay, so it is not your stomach. I get it, guys. It's a gizzard, but that crop is the holding tank. It has to feed it to the gizzard because the gizzard is full of rocks and gravel. You see them picking up plastic, rocks, and gravel? That's how they break the food down. It's gonna come in here. The process of grinding and tumbling happens. It goes into the intestines like that, and you get poop like us. So we keep all of this, guys. So here's what we do. We start disconnecting. We want lungs. Okay, take those. We want that heart. We want that heart. Take it. We want this definitely, this liver. Now here's a trick about liver, guys. There's a bile sac on liver. You guys see this green thing right here?
Yes.
Okay. You do not want to touch that unless you're from the Philippines. They love it. If you're from the Philippines, any of you, you can have all the bile sacs. They actually use it in soups and stuff. Yeah, they love it. Here in America, we're like offended by it for some reason. Yeah, so we remove it, and you have to be careful. I say cut wide because when it bursts, it's all over, and it is potent. And people say it ruins the meat. Well, it doesn't, but You don't want it, okay? So I come back here. As I'm cutting, I'm making sure I'm not seeing any green, okay? Looks like I got it pretty good.
That liver looks yummy.
It is yummy, girlfriend. You a liver eater? You gotta start.
I've never tried it.
It's good. Barbecue it. It's my favorite. Barbecue it. It's delish. Don't boil it like those old farts do. It's gross. Oh, I like it fried too. Well, the last time I did it on the grill, I was really stunned because I did big hunks and grilled it and thought, oh, I think I could eat a whole liver. And then I was like, and that's not good. Don't eat a whole liver, guys, because actually there's too many minerals in it. You'll like poop for days and not feel good. So a little bit is the way to go. There's our gorgeous liver. We keep it all, remember? And this stuff here is, we're to the last. And then we get it, everybody gets to try. Okay, again, all I'm doing, guys, I'm just cutting everything dangling off around it, okay? We don't want any of this. So,
It smells gross.
yeah, they do kind of smell a little gross, huh? It's not supposed to smell good. This is the coolest part. This, you cut the gizzard in half, guys.
What?
You gotta cut it
looks
in
like
half.
It looks like the color of a liver.
So that's what he's been tumbling with. Looks like he got himself some good rocks. That's all it is. He didn't eat this morning, remember, so there's really no food in it. So now here's what we're gonna do. Let me rinse it off and I'll show you guys. So we give it a quick rinse. Now we have to peel it. So that you can eat that, you can't eat that. Here's the thing. This has a skin on it, and I'll try and show all you guys as I swirl around. It's got a skin. I call it peeling the sticker. This is kind of a sucky job at times, but you got to get it off. You can't eat it if you don't. You see that skin coming off?
Yeah.
You have to get that off, guys. These are delicious, but you can't eat them with that on. That's the funny part. So we have to peel these guys today. So when you see it, anybody that kind of wants to help a little, not a lot, you can do the peelings.
So good to have nails, huh?
Man, yeah, it is. And some of them, like in the corner there, it seems like another thing is these stupid broad-breasted. Their gizzards are very difficult to peel. Something's very different. On the Heritage, it just peels off like a beautiful sticker. So something in what we made, I guess. Made a very tough one. Okay, you guys are all welcome to feel that and pass it around. It's very thick and leathery. Now we have a delicious piece of meat, guys. That is solid meat.
I'm not touching that.
Always keep your organs. Oh, sorry, honey. Okay, now, guys, the bird is done. If you see extra fat, I keep it all. Please don't throw that fat out. We'll get some more bowls. We are almost done. We're clean on the inside, guys. We're clean at the front. Now, one last thing to do. A lot of people, your turkey, when you buy it, is going to be missing its tail. We don't remove the tails. I actually will just remove. So this is a gland. You guys see that little nub right there? You got to remove that guy. It's gross. That's a gland. That's when you see your birds going back to their tail feathers and cleaning them, pruning. They are releasing the oil gland to waterproof themselves. Okay? When I cut in, I scrape right down the tail. This guy doesn't have much of a gland because he just wasn't the healthiest bird. But you just remove that little guy there. You'll see on some of the birds, yellow, a big yellow, like...
Can you roll my sleeves up for me?
Yellow, I don't even know what to call it, like a little yellow thing there. And that's the oil, I would imagine. So there's the little gland. We get rid of the gland. We get rid of these organs. We rinse this guy off and he's ready to rock and roll. So we put him in this guy over here. This is the ending. Now when you put him in, rinse the blood. This is that vinegar. So this is certainly all he needs. But let's get the blood off of him and give him a little bath. All right, guys, and that's it. There's your finished bird. I'm going to say that guy probably feels like I don't think he's 20. Now, let me wipe this off real quick, guys. And now we're going to grab like 4 or 5 birds. Get my husband out there too. And we'll try to snatch up a bunch of them.
And I'm gonna help too.
Again, don't be frightened of a little poop, guys, because you're going to see it today. It all comes with the game. Yeah, oh, some of them you're going to really be blown away at what they eat. I mean, sometimes you're like, that's my ring. They eat it all, and they don't stop. Okay.
We like to render our fat and cook with it.
I do too. I save it all. Actually, so last year, because I got those big 50-pounder turkeys, I actually walked away with about 5 pounds of turkey lard. Because they were big fat turds.
Yum.
I mean, I overfed them to death. So I actually took all of that and made a few batches of 100% turkey tallow soap, which no one's ever seen before. Oh man, it was so creamy and delicious. It sold out in a second. And then they're like, "We want more." I thought that was very rare. I don't think I'll be able to do it again because there's the fat.
Yeah.
Do you cut the fat off the turkey before you cook it? Or
No, we leave it on because it helps.
Oh yeah, you want the fat on that bird.
Yeah,
Okay, guys.
Otherwise, it'll be too dry.
Nobody wants a dry bird.
you render it?